My name is Nikki Giraffo, and I'm the creator of Refuge Lowell. Refuge is a safe space for students to come and create art, develop their skills, to have a place where they can get messy, find people that are like-minded, and develop their work so that they can develop confidence in themselves and grow their skills. I created Refuge because I spent a really long time. I worked in a lot of different locations, partial hospitalization programs, alternative schools, private school settings, and just regular public school settings, and they all shared a common theme, and it was that they didn't have a safe place to create. It's really hard to be really expressive and to make things that you feel passionate about when you don't feel like you have an environment that supports you. So I think it's really crucial for the development of kids today to have a space for that. There's just so many problems in the world right now, and I feel like that art is that thing that's going to allow them to navigate their life more true to what they want for their life rather than what other people expect of them. I think maybe one of the things that, highlights Refuge as being a little bit different or unique is that, we really encourage students we try to teach them the structure of how things function so that they know how to do things the right way, and then we really encourage them to break the rules and find their own voice by breaking rules and by exploring and by making mistakes, and that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to learn from mistakes. I think that's a part of our process, and I think in the school system somehow that gets lost. You have to have grades, you have to be perfect all the time, and if you're not making mistakes, then you're not growing. And so I think that that's a really unique thing about Refuge, is that we encourage that, and we have been so fortunate and supported by our community, and they've donated tons of things to us, materials, so we have just a plethora of materials for kids to use and explore, and that's all included in the cost of the tuition. So one of the really cool things about Refuge is, obviously I have a really incredible group of students. I have students that come from the local area, and I have students that come from surrounding areas of Lowell. Some kids come here for portfolio development. Some kids come here just because they love art and they want to explore that. And one of the coolest things is that I have former students that I used to teach several years back that are now, they've gone to college, they've studied art, they've figured out the medium that they really love, and now they're coming back here and they're giving that back to the students that are coming to Refuge. So it's sort of like a full circle moment for me as a teacher to be able to have former students come here and teach. It's like pretty incredible. So during our fall and spring semester, that we primarily focus on portfolio development. There are workshops and intensives that kind of run throughout the fall and spring as well. And then in the summertime, we do more structured intensives that are on specific topics so that kids can have the opportunity to explore different materials and kind of figure out what it is that they really like. And that's really beneficial for kids who want to go to art school, because when they go to art school, they don't get to try everything when they go there. So it's really great for them to have that opportunity here. That way when they head off, they know maybe what medium they're really into or what they really enjoy doing. I think there's a lot of misconception. There's a lot of focus on MCAS scores. There's a lot of focus on, just grades and academic subjects, when art is just as academic as any other subject. It's a skill. It's a skill that teaches you how to work with your hands, how to think with a side of your brain that you don't get to use that often. And it teaches you self-confidence and your voice, your own personal voice. It's just crucial for development as a human. Currently, we're looking at kind of collaborating with local organizations so that we can continue funding our scholarship youth and developing more mural projects. So that's sort of really in the works right now, is the mural projects. And so we're really just looking for funding at this point for that, and we're in talk with several people in the community about how to make that a feasible thing. I think it's really important to have community. I think as an artist, when you're creating, it gets lonely, and it's really important to have a space or have like a community of people that you can get feedback from, that you can talk to, that you can grow with. Figuring out what works for you, what you feel passionate about, not having like this high expectation of needing to create all the time, that comes in waves. And you know, it comes from inspiration. So you don't always have to be creating to be an artist. Sometimes being an artist is just a way of living. It's a way of seeing. It's a way of understanding. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in a physical form.